All right, good morning. I have another living legend here at Kimball High School, Coach Fortson. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm well, and I appreciate you allowing me to interview for our Living Legends Black History Tribute.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you. No
All right, Coach, so we're going to go ahead and start our interview. So our first question will be, where were you born and raised?
I was born and raised in Dallas, Oak Cliff.
Okay.
The bottom.
Yes, sir, the bottom?
They call it the bottom.
All right. Okay, our next question, can you share some stories about your grandparents or parents and their experiences with race in America or in Dallas?
Well, the experience they had was a little tougher than mine, but the experience my mom and them faced was you couldn't look people in the eyes if you're talking to a different race. Also, the fountains that you had to drink out of and things like that that they experienced.
Yes, sir.
And the part they had to go to schools that was, desegregated at the time where you couldn't go to certain schools and things like that.
Yes, sir.
So they received it and growed up in a country setting, living, like I said. And the only thing they just said, just respect everybody.
Yes, sir. I appreciate that. All right, our next question. How did your upbringing influence your views on race and equality?
Well, it took a change because in elementary, I never seen a different race, only black.
Wow.
In elementary, all I seen was black kids.
Wow.
Taught by black people, black teachers.
Yes, sir.
So after that, middle school, we moved to Keystone Pole, where I had the different setting, so it helped me when I got in that setting to know how race happened and things like that in my middle school days.
Yes, sir.
So in my middle school days, that's when I was getting taught by white teachers and things like that.
Wow. So do you feel like it was beneficial, or was it a detriment to have a teacher of a different race than you?
No, it was really beneficial to me for later on in life.
Yes, sir.
To have a different teacher, because you carry yourself and doing that thing, as far as respecting your teachers and stuff like that.
Yes, sir.
If they had race about them, they tried to hide it at the school and stuff. And I guess I got the tail end of race in the 76 and things like that when I started. So.
Yes, sir. I appreciate that. All right, our next question. What cultural traditions are important to you and your family?
Cultural Soul Food Sunday.
Yes, sir.
Soul Food Sunday. When we have Soul Food Sunday, everybody's bringing some over, and it's some good eating.
Yes, sir.
So Soul Food Sunday, the kids, the grandkids, and neighbors, and everybody's in there. I know they cooking.
Yes, sir.
Let's go by Coach Buck's house because he's cooking something.
Yes, sir.
So that's been a tradition for a while. They said, hey, we're doing it, throwing it up, and it feeds about 50 people.
Wow.
It'd be a lot of food.
Yes, sir.
Do a lot of food.
I got you. Let's see our next question. All right, how has your cultural identity shaped your life?
Well, my cultural identity shaped mine because I went to school at T.W. Brown in Kimball.
Yes, sir.
And at the time I went, it was the change. They still had what you call M&Ms and things like that, where you had to be bussed in to get just, try to get some more diversity at the school.
Hold on, question. What is M&M, Coach?
M&M transfer with kids that don't live in your area, and that bring them over to Kimball, even though they're supposed to be going to soccer over there.
Wow, and that term is called M&M.
Yes.
Okay, that's my first time being exposed to
it. They do that. They did that at schools like W.T. White, schools that were mostly, like I say, okay.
Yes, sir. I appreciate that. All right, our next question. What were some of the key moments in the civil rights movement or afterwards that stood out to you?
Yeah, I guess, we all revert back to the key thing that I seen that kind of changed things when you start looking at movies and things. And,
yes, sir.
I guess our society always get changed by movies.
Yes, sir.
Whether it's pro or con. when crack came about, you seen New Jack City.
Yes, sir.
Blowing up.
Yes, sir.
But when you seen Roots,
Yes, sir.
Roots was one of the movies that changed the whole people's perspective of how things or how we was treated.
Yes, sir.
So a lot of times you see things in the movies that kind of shapes the whole thing of your society.
Yes, sir.
You know,
I
so
agree.
and we as a group we seem to latch on to a good movie.
Yes, sir.
You know, whether it be the one that shows you to persevere from it, and sometimes it works in a negative way. So you see them trying to do other things. Saying I gotta get even.
Yes, sir.
Instead of the part. So they had different movies that did that. So you know that played a big factor in all our society.
Yes, sir.
In this world. So,
I agree.
so when you see a movie, you can jump on it to say, let me make sure I don't fall into something like this, or make sure. So that's the thing I did was when I looked at a movie, I said, I ain't gonna do that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. All right, our next question. Let's see. Who are some of the people of color that have inspired you throughout your life?
Well, I'd like to say Malcolm X. I'd like to say Martin Luther King.
Yes, sir.
I like to say Malcolm X, not because of his early thing, but his later thing is I see people that what I'm trying to be the same color as me.
Right.
So when I seen that, I had a whole different perspective on it.
Yes, sir.
You know, when people said that, hey, he talking about getting even and doing things of injustice, to say, no, he just didn't want to take it. And he said, I don't like it.
Yes, sir.
It's not like you got to go form somebody else. He said, I found out that I could sit at the table with different ways and eat and break bread.
Yes, sir.
So then Martin Luther King thing was the religious side. So, you know, both them guys, when you see Denzel Washington and people portray him in the
Yes,
movies
sir.
now, you say, hey, he did a great job.
Yes, sir.
Especially when you read the book and then you see how
Yes.
he did the acting, you can tell that he done studied to see how Malcolm X really was and stuff like that.
Yes, sir. I agree.
So that helped me out.
I appreciate that, Coach. All right, our next question. What are your hopes for the future of race relations in America?
Well, it's still gonna be how you take it. It's still gonna be racism out there. And some people try to hide it and put the suit on and even try to get your lingo of talking and everything.
Yes, sir.
But you know, I just hope that my kids and grandkids grow up to know that, hey, race is out there, but make sure you treat people like you want to be treated.
Yes, sir.
So the main thing is when it happens to you, you know,
How you respond
how
to
you
it.
respond to it.
Yes,
You know,
sir.
I think that's why I say Kimball was a school that helped me out, my high school days, because when it came, we kind of was the melting pot that I thought every school should be, because we got along.
Yes, sir.
You know, even though things was happening. The first time I seen a race riots, I was in the 7th grade.
Wow.
But when I came in the 9th grade, it seemed to be smoothed over.
Yes, sir.
We got along with it because of the success we had in sports helped us get along with everybody. So,
Yes, sir.
you know, you gotta have them, they your brother too.
Yes, sir. It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
All right, Coach, our last question that'll sum up our interview. What is a quote or motto that you live by? Or quotes?
Well, treat people like you want to be treated. I always treat people like you want to be treated. You know, so once you do that, you know that you was kind to that person. You don't mind about their feedback, whether it was negative or positive.
Yes, sir.
As long as you can live with you treating them bad, you can cross that bridge somewhere where they say, hey, he didn't do nothing, feed me with good stuff. So it's just a thing in life that you have to have when you're working or when you're trying to get along. It's just saying how I want to be treated is how I treat that person.
Yes, sir.
So when you give the same feedback, you know, you stay prayed up, you know that you're going to get that back.
Yes, sir.
Saying, hey, you know. And if they do, like I said again, you ain't got to latch out of them, nothing like that. You just say, hey, it's just them.
Yes, sir.
You know.
Yes, sir. Hey, Coach, you have anything else for us?
No, that's it. It was a great thing.
It's a pleasure. And I appreciate you.
I appreciate
You know, you
you.
had a lot to do with my rearing and upbringing, so
Man, I know.
I greatly appreciate you.
I remember.
Yes,
So,
sir.
it's good to see our kids that you had taught to come back and you see a little you in. So, thanks to your parents for putting that